I-A-M-D-I-A-B-E-T, I see you know what that mean, man. I-A-M-D-I-A-B-E-T, I see you know what that mean. I got my one touch, got my own pump, take shots, count carbs, diabetic stuff. If you ain't one, if you ain't one, if you ain't one, if you ain't one, I-A-M-D-I-A-B-E-T, I see.
Hey guys, it's Diabetic Girl, and today I wanted to talk about diabetes camp because the last time I tried to talk about it, I was extremely low, and I actually want to give you guys sort of a full perspective of camp when I'm not low, which I am not right now. So anyways, you guys know I started going to camp 11 years ago this summer, and that has kind of been really amazing. I'm going to be honest. I can't believe it's been 11 years since I've been to diabetes camp and like since I started everything. Just because this has been a chapter of my life I don't think I can ever like undo. And I'm so glad that I can't. Hold on, sorry, the sun is really bothering me. So I first started going to diabetes camp 11 years ago, as you guys know. And that weekend I actually did not want to go. My mom dragged me to camp. And I was actually really like unhappy with her. But I met 3 amazing people that weekend that just changed my life, and they're still in my life today. And the first person is Caitlin, who I've talked about before, Jenny, who is my current day camp director, and Regina, she left camp 5 years ago, but we're still very close, and it's amazing. So that weekend I didn't want to go, and then I get there, and I still didn't really want to be at camp, which I know, it's hard to believe. So I had Caitlin as a counselor, and I had Jenny as a nurse at the time, and, my mom was trying to teach me that I had to take over my diabetes at some point in time, just because, at 18, can you imagine how awkward that would be if my mom was still doing everything for me? Yeah. So, at that first day that I was at camp, I really just didn't want to give myself a shot, and Caitlin gave me this amazing pep talk, and it has been ever since then that I have used that pep talk on my own campers, and it just feels wonderful, to say that I'm trying to do something someone else did for me. I also met Regina that weekend, who actually was just finishing a song called Piece of Heaven, which now is on her CD, and so much has changed since that first weekend with her, and it's so cool to see that. She just had a baby like 9 months ago. Like, it's so cool to see that, because she was, I think, like 23 or 24 when we first went to camp, so that's it's pretty amazing if you think about it. And Jenny is now the day camp director, and I work alongside with her every summer, and it's so much fun. So, camp started changing my life very fast, and if you fast forward about 2 years, I met another really wonderful person who is highly involved in my life now, was involved with my life for as long as he was at camp, and that is Brendan Duffy, who I actually call my older brother, because that is kind of what he is to me, always has been. And he is seriously a wonderful person. He makes all camp activities a ton of fun. He was so energized, and he just loved camp. And he just made it seem so much easier, which was, really great. And so, I kind of like continued my journey with Jenny, who actually left camp for a really long time. So then it was just me and Caitlin and Duffy. And it was an interesting group of us, I will give you that. But you know what? It still was so very life-changing for me. And if you fast forward just a couple more years, we add Dylan Hoots to the equation, who is also considered my older brother. He is actually only a couple years older than I am. So I think I was like 12, maybe, when he was 18, something like that. And so he was added, he's Duffy's friend, and he was added to the equation, and camp just became still so much more magical. I mean, him and I didn't get along for like a really long time, but now we're okay, and it's so great to see the two of them working with campers and doing something that they love, which is what I do when I'm at camp, and it just feels so amazing. And during this time that I was bonding with Duffy and Hoots, Caitlin was just having problems of her own, and she was off being a nurse. And then she came back to camp for one final weekend in February of 2012. And that was actually her last weekend at camp. And we spent that sort of last night of the last full night of camp together, catching up. And I was trying to put in a pump site that I, tried to put in with Caitlin years before that, and I finally did it. And you have to understand that Caitlin was my sort of role model. She put me on a pump. She taught me how to give my own shots. She was everything to me. And after that final weekend, I said goodbye, hoping we would not lose contact as we had before. But what had happened with Caitlin was so much worse than losing contact, because she actually died like 3 weeks after that weekend. And there are days where I say to myself that I need to spread that kind of message that she had to my campers. And that is what I really do try to do. And so if you fast forward to now, year 11 of diabetes camp, year 16 of diabetes, so fast forward a little bit. I am happily working as a Barton Day Camp staff member, and I just got the email confirming that I will be traveling this summer with Barton, and I'm so excited to do that because my love for these campers is so incredibly strong. I love helping a camper with a situation that I was once in. It does feel amazing if you can help them through that experience, even if it's just for 30 seconds. It feels amazing. And so I'm now there. I'm with Jenny, and if you also fast forward from Caitlin's death to that summer, or the summer before that, sorry, I met Chrissy, who I talk about all the time in my vlogs. She sends me all the gay pride stuff, and I'm so happy to have her in my life. It really does feel so amazing to have Chrissy there. She really is like an older sister to me. And sometimes we argue that a bond of diabetic sisters is bigger than a family bond, I talk to her all the time. She could actually be Caitlin in disguise. I really do think that sometimes with her. She's just changed my life too. We are so close, and I am so glad that she is in my life, as I said. Same with Duffy and Hoots and Jenny, all wonderful, wonderful people who I have involved in my life, and it's so wonderful. And, I think that if I had never gone to camp, I would have never met them, which makes me so incredibly sad because I don't know what my life would be like without them. It's true, I don't. So thank you guys if you're watching, that you made such a big difference in my life, and I don't think I can ever thank you enough for what you did for me when I was younger. So thank you a lot. I love you. So needless to say, camp has played a very big role in my life growing up, and it has been so very wonderful. And I am so glad that I have it, and I'm so glad I get to share my camp journey with you guys. So thank you for watching. Happy Diabetes Awareness Month, and I will see you in tomorrow's video, which is a day in the life video. So yay! I'll probably post half of it tomorrow morning, or tomorrow afternoon, like after Puff, and then there's like the nighttime stuff, so maybe I'll post that on Tuesday, or maybe I'll just do a vlog tomorrow, and then I'll post everything on Tuesday, because it'll be all done! So, thank you guys for watching, and I will talk to you guys real soon. Bye!